We live in this thing. What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? I didn't drink the water up and shit. We got to talk about the women today. Give some people some time to get in here. If you're watching on the replay, probably want to skip forward just a little bit. We're gonna give some people some time to get in here. Wet as hell. Bro, that new Chris Brown. Y'all listen to that new Chris Brown? That new Chris Brown go insane. Let me check the audio on this. All right, we straight. Yeah, we straight. We got to talk about these 304, the T app going insane right now. The T app is going insane, man. We got to talk about this. The dudes is upset and the women is messy. What's new? And you know what feminists had to create this stuff. I want to look up who made this day nap. Let me look up who made this day nap. Or not this day nap, this expose app. Because you know a feminist created it. It's a woman only app. So you know one of these feminists came up with this T app. How much you want to bet it's a black woman too that created this? Let's see. Sean Cook. You guys check this out. Check this out. So the T app creator, Sean Cook, said on his website that he was inspired after he watched his mother's terrifying experience with online dating, including being catfished and unknowingly dating men with criminal records. Bro, what the hell? That's why he created the dating app, a dude. So you mean a white knight created the dating app or this expose app? It's a white dude. I'm off like a mug. Crazy. His mother. Why is your mom out in these streets? That's the question. Nobody's asking. Why is your mother? Why is your mom out in these streets? You should be married. These women is 304s, bro. They gonna cheat on you and they fast. And this is nothing new. But we just keep getting proven of this stuff each and every day. So I got a question for y'all. As you guys come in here, and if you're watching on the replay, do you guys know of any guys that or your friends that could possibly be on the T app? The T app. Are you guys been exposed in the T app? Y'all know anybody that's been on the T app? If you're watching the replay, comment if you know somebody that's been on the T app. Because this is about this live. We got to expose some stuff on this live stream. Guys, it's getting to the point to where it's just like, do you guys want young people to even get into relationships? I mean, this is insane. What's going on, Mike David in the building? What's going on? What up? Miss a lot of your lives, but I finally caught me one. Been grinding. Hey, shout out to you, man. I know you got to grind. We all grinding. So yeah, I just appreciate you coming in and talking whenever you can. I appreciate it. Shit, I've been grinding too. I worked at a 13-hour shift yesterday. Then came home, dropped some YouTube shorts this morning, and then I woke up early and then got this live stream ready. So we all grinding. We all got to get to this money. This money. Hell, we don't talk about grinding and getting to the money enough if we're being real. The T app is crazy, man. Mike Davis, the T app is crazy. Yes, bro. Mike, you know anybody that could be on the T app? All them dudes that be cold approaching everything and be real popular on the day naps. I know them people on the T app. You know anybody on the T app that could possibly be on the T app? Mike David. You guys double tap the screen, hit the like button for me. I much appreciate it as you guys come in here. You guys are more than welcome to comment in the chat room as well. I'll read your chats. I ain't gonna lie. I got a couple dudes that I'm like, homie, you could be on the T app for real because you be out here slanging it. I done got a little bit more conservative in the past year or so. I'm not the savage I used to be. Hell no. Nah. But then we're gonna talk about like all the different things that the T app will do and how it will affect this dating stuff because it's gonna affect it. Now, I don't think this T app is gonna be a forever thing. I think it's just gonna trend for about a month or two and then fizzle out. And the women will kill it. They'll kill their own app that's designed for them. Because that's just how goofy women are today. I don't need Mike Davis said I don't know nobody personally, but I think some guys could be. It's a couple dudes, and I'm like, you might be on the T app, my friend. You, you devilish monster, be slaying it, cold approaching everything. Yeah, you gonna be on the T app. But I don't think the T app really hurts dudes like people think it does. I really don't. It'll only hurt dudes if like you trying to hide like you have a STD or something. But all that other stuff, women already was dealing with dudes that had kids. Women that hell, depending on if you're rich enough, they'll deal with you if you have a even if you have a STD, they don't care because they care about the money. So these women, they pretend like they have a moral compass and they really don't. They don't have a moral compass. If they like the dude, they gonna mess with him. And so I don't think I think this hurts women more than it actually hurts the men. Mike David writes, you heard a lot of women got their information stolen because you have to verify yourself. Yeah, we're gonna get into that, Mike David. We're gonna get into that a little bit later on in the live stream. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. And I got a whole article right here that I pulled up on this laptop that I'm gonna read out to you guys. So for sure. But like it's getting to the point, guys, to where it's like this is kind of like one of the reasons how the T app will affect people. It's kind of like you just meet a girl, or you go on just a couple dates, or you go on a few dates, and then a woman just pops you up on the T app, and it's just like it's getting to the point to where did the elite even want the young people to get into relationships and marriages? Do you not see the birth rate is deteriorating? Do you not see marriage is deteriorating? Do you not see like the social dynamics, the gender war between the sexes is already bad? People think this will destroy dating. It's like, no, dating was already destroyed. People just need to catch up with their mindsets. All this has been dead since 2019, 2020. All this stuff it hasn't recovered since. And there's nobody in the culture trying to reform the culture. So it's gonna incentivize people to go down this rabbit hole of continuing the BS in their lives. So but it's like you can't. It's getting to the point to where you can't trust women. They'll expose you for the smallest things, and then of course it's a one way street. It's extremely biased. So you're gonna create an app that only women can see. What if the how do you know if these women are lying or not? Like, how do you know if these women are just popping dudes up? How do you not know, like, if it's AI, their app is generated by AI, so they're just randomly popping up dudes and having a bot comment some ridiculous stuff? Like, you can't trust this app in its entirety. That's why I think this app it'll be popular for about a couple months, but it's gonna die down. It's not. There's no longevity in this. This was just a quick money grab. They're capitalizing off of women's chaotic, messy drama nature. Mike David writes, some dudes told me they tried to give false information to get on so they could warn some guys that they're on the app. Yeah. They trying to it's kind of like cuz I did this experiment back in when I was in college. You just get like a random pictures, some random pictures off the internet and you create a dating profile and you see like how many women get matches and all that, which that experience was crazy, bro. Like I remember doing that experiment, me and my friends, and like within an hour we had like 50 matches, like 50 swipes. And so that taught me a lot right there. I'm like, these women, they can't select a damn thing. They have paradox of choice. They can't select a damn thing. But but yeah, apparently they tried to get around that, but they gonna tighten down on it. This app, like I said, this app is not. It's not gonna. There's no sustainability. There's no long term longevity in this. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And then if you guys haven't dealt with women enough, women will pop this stuff up on the T app just so she can monopolize that guy for her own self. So you might pop up a lie on the T app and be like lie on your name or whatnot, just so she can keep you to herself. So you can't trust what women are saying. Women, it's amazing to me how women can be around other women. They know how conniving and cheating and lying and manipulative they are, but they still deal with other women and expect them to tell the truth. These strangers that you've never met that probably have jaded experiences. So of course she's going to trump up all these excessive things on a guy that in most cases could be false or it could be an exaggeration. So women looking for other valid, truthful advice on this app, you're going to get misled because women lie and deceive themselves all the time. So of course they're going to lie and you're trusting women that you've never met before. It's utterly insane. I wonder who created this app. Well, I just read it. I just read it, Mike David. It's this white knight, simp, Sean Cook. So check this out. I'm gonna read this. The T app. I just voice cracked. The T app, a woman's dating safety app. Dating safety. Why don't we have an app safety for men? And see, this is why I say he's a simp because he thinks the men are the issue. Really? I was just talking to my barber recently, and he just told me the story of how he was just chilling. He wanted some. He was out on the boat, and he wanted this tanning cream, and he went up there and talked to this woman. And before he knows it, they're out in the lake. And this lake, this woman, they're out in the lake floating around. And this woman tells him, she's like, well, I want you to have intercourse with me right now. I need you to make this happen. So women are definitely incentivizing and definitely they're hunting just as much as men. So why don't we have a safety app for men? This is utterly ridiculous. So the T app, I keep voice cracking on that. The T app, a woman's dating safety app, was created by Sean Cook. He founded the app after witnessing his mother's negative experiences with online dating. Why is your mom dating? Then why aren't your mom and dad still together? Uh, I don't know, Mr. Cook. Why is your mom on dating apps? Why is your mom on these out in these streets? She need to be in the house with your father, unless he unfortunately passed away, which he could. But founded the app after witnessing her mother's negative experiences with online dating, including being catfish and encountering men with criminal records. Why do we put such why do we put such handcuffs on women as if women say they have this intuition, they can read a guy, they know when something's wrong. Yet you don't know when you're dealing with a guy that has a criminal record. You don't know he's a bad guy. He didn't give you any signs. You missed the signs. All of a sudden, your intuition doesn't work. It's unbelievable. It's ridiculous that we put these handcuffs on women, but yet they're strong and intelligent. Which one is it? Which one is it? And being catfish, hell, most dudes get catfish just as much. If you a good looking dude and you on Bumble or Hinge or whatever, and you go out with a woman, I promise you, you get catfish out of 10 times, out of 10 days, probably 4 or 5 dates, you get catfish. Damn, this woman's a little bit more overweight than her pictures. This is pictures from her when she was in college. So this app allows women to upload photos of men and run background checks, including reverse image searches and sex offender registry checks. Is that even legal for you, random person, to do a background check? Now, I know that they're doing background check through social interaction, but so he gonna start a whole business because his mother's negative experiences, and then the functionality of it is to identify and verify identity and background on potential dates. Yeah, the controversy. One of the biggest controversies about this app is It's facing criticism and concerns about privacy. That's exactly what it's violating. And that's how you know that these online apps, these people, they have your data. You just don't know it yet. You ever been on just traveling from one place? You just ever just come home from work and then on your iPhone it'd be like, home is 20 minutes away because the app is tracking your day to day habits. It'll randomly pop up a restaurant you go to twice a week. You go to Chipotle at this time. Chipotle is 10 minutes away. It's a little busy. It's not as much traffic. Homie, they got all your information. These apps have all your information. And so yeah, that's who founded the app, unfortunately. So what will this app actually do? How will it really affect the interaction between men and women? Well, one of the biggest things that it will do is that, and what it's already doing is, because women are already posting photos, I mean, posting videos on this, um, it's really just going to expose how fast women are, how promiscuous women are. You can read through the lines very quickly. You got the same woman that's complaining about five different dudes. Means what? She's promiscuous. She's been sleeping around in the same city. She's a pass around, dealing with the same kind of dudes. It's exposing the 80-20 rule, but women act like that's not a thing. They're disingenuous and lie to themselves. Like, no, I want a guy that's not 6'3" and doesn't want other women. Lies. And so a lot of you guys, you thought that this shy, introverted woman, the good girl, when you met her, oh, she stays inside. You thought that that woman was not fast. You thought that woman didn't through a 304 phase, and that's one of the reasons why you put a ring on her finger, or that's one of the reasons why you taking her seriously in a relationship. Well, women are coming out and exposing that all of these so-called good girls are sleeping around just as much as these women that are loud and boisterous on social media. So there's not really any good women anywhere for you guys. A lot of you guys think that, oh, she just does this. She hadn't been with any other men. I'm the only one. She's loyal. Nope. You just caught her when she's in a headspace that's ready for a relationship. That's what you did. You caught her when she was looking for a relationship. If you would have met her 2 years ago, hell, if you would have met her 6 months ago, she was ready to bust it down for a real one. But yeah, you caught her when she was ready for a relationship. She was tired of getting smashed and dashed. She wants real love. We've all heard these talking points. Women have the same talking points. They have the same issues. We can see right through it. We can size these women up and know exactly what they're doing and going to say before they even say it, because all the stuff is just repetitive. And that's how you know that the culture, feminism is so strong in these women. And so this T app, all is really exposing is just how promiscuous all of these different kinds of women are. That's really what it's exposing. Because it's not really exposing the dudes, because a lot of dudes out here ain't getting enough sex. If we're being real, it's only a particular um, percentage of men that are getting women in general today, because the economy is screwed up. You can't find a job. You don't have a house. You're living with your mom because housing is extremely expensive. All of these things are disqualifying the majority of men. So when they're talking on this dating app or this safety app in the T app, uh, it's just about 30-40% of the men. That's it. And they act so outrageous the and lie as if this is going to make them stop dealing with these men. Unless the guy has been hiding HIV or something, they're not going to stop talking to these dudes. The fact that there's so many women are commenting under a photo trying to expose him, that just means he has good social status. And so if he has good social status, that means he has social proof. He gets attractive women all the time. So let me see what this is all about. Is it because of his sex game? Does he have a big Johnson? Is it because he has money and he can travel and he has a Lamborghini or he's rich or whatever the reason is? It isn't going to stop them from talking to these men. So that's why I say it's going to hurt women way more than it's going to hurt men. Because if you got it like that and you're a man and you're just out here being a bachelor, knocking these women down, it's not gonna stop. A player gonna play. A shooter gonna shoot. And so I hope you guys, whenever you're listening to these women and talking to these women, I hope that you're not taking them seriously when they talk about certain things, because half of what they say is just straight lies. You can't believe what they're saying. They'll double talk you. So yeah, all of this T app is going to expose is that the dudes that really got it like that is going to keep getting it because they got something that the women want sexually or financially. Um, and then it's going to expose that these women are promiscuous. Now, depending on who it is, this could hurt your credibility as a guy. If you've been smashing women and you have an STD, this could hurt you. But for the most part, it's not going to hurt you. And it's just sick and sad just how this app further proves that female nature is chaotic, it's drama filled, it's messy, it's overly emotional. The curiosity killed the cat. They're gonna see, hey, is this guy that I'm talking to on this app? So that's one of the harsh truths about female nature. That's why do you think you guys why do you think they watch reality TV? Why do you think they watch um, all these Love Islands and all this ridiculous stuff? It's because it's drama filled. They love drama, and they watch these crime shows and they're always obsessing about R to the A to the P to the E. They're always worried about that, thinking about that. Their nature is chaotic. That's why if you can't rein these women in, they're going to sink you and them. This is why they need a man for leadership. Because look at these women today. They have all these choices, they have freedom, and they still can't pick the right guy. They can date whoever they want to date. No, their father's not stopping them from doing what they want to do, and they still can't get a man. Their nature is chaotic. And so my friend, my dude Mike David, he talked about this whenever he chatted that the T app has been hacked. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but yes, the T app has been hacked. And as you guys come in here, double tap the screen, hit that like button. I much appreciate it. So let me read this article for you guys because it's going to expose a lot. These dudes, the nerds, The hacking nerds was like, you know what? We sick of this stuff. Even the hacking nerds was like, nope, we not doing this no more. We gonna hack this and expose these women. So check this out. So the T app dating advice app confirms hack, says 72,000 images, including selfies, assessed. So T, a dating app advice app for women, suffered a data hack impacting more than 72,000 images, including users' selfies and photo IDs. The company said Friday. So damn, the hackers then exposed which dudes is on this app, and then it's exposing these women, these users, exactly their profiles, these women's profiles. And so a spokesperson for T confirmed the hack to ABC News Friday afternoon, noting it involved a database that stored around 13,000 images of selfies and photo identification submitted as users sought to verify their accounts, the women, these profiles, as well as 60,000 images viewable for all app users. T has engaged third-party cybersecurity experts. So you guys looking for careers, you guys need to get into cybersecurity. This is what they deal with. This is how they get jobs. This is how you guys can figure this stuff out. But since you guys have this information about women, as you go into cybersecurity and help these dating apps with their breaches, uh, you're gonna already know these women is already out here doing what they're doing. So T has engaged third-party cybersecurity experts and are working around the clock to secure its systems. Get into cybersecurity, guys. At this time, there is no evidence to suggest that additional user data was affected. Lies. The spokesperson said in a statement, protecting T users' privacy and data is their highest priority. Yeah, but you're not protecting the men. You're not protecting the men and their privacy. This is an app for women only. Only. So T is taking every necessary step to ensure the security of the platform and prevent further exposure. T varies from traditional dating apps because it's only for women. And instead of looking for dates, women go on the app to share information about and look for tips on potential male partners. Why would a woman, they're idiots. Why would you, as a woman, go talk to another woman that's not in a relationship or married about how to get into a relationship? That's why these women are so single. They take the advice from women that are in the same boat that they're in. Guys, if you guys want to elevate in your life and in your career, you ask professionals, you ask for consultations from people that are proven and have the desired results that you want. You wouldn't ask your coworker how to get promoted. No, you'd ask somebody that's been promoted numerous times that works for a different company that can help you. And so these women just sitting around, they all single. What guy should I date? They don't even know. Go ask a woman that's not on the T app, that has a marriage, that has kids, been married 10, 20, 30 years. Go ask that person, not the single 304s that you all are collecting around and huddling around these little hyena groups. Shout out to my man Chris Polka Dot. You guys go follow his sports channel over there, and he has a booming sports channel on TikTok. You guys go follow him. He does college sports. He writes, bro, some girl posted me on the T app. It's okay. I got two green flags I saw. Damn, bro. Chris, if you on there, hell, I might be on there, bro. I might be on there, bro. Perry says, hopefully you're still in here, Perry. Off topic, but where you get them glasses? These are blue light blocker glasses. Um, you can just get these on Amazon. Look for the orange ones because the orange ones have like this special thing inside of them. Like some blue light blockers just have like the little white lens or the little clear lens, and it helps. But these are a lot better. Like whenever you take these off or whenever you take use these, you don't feel any of that. So whenever you take these off, I can feel it instantly. I'm like, whoa. So get you some orange, get you an orange pair, Perry, if you're still in here. And get you guys get you some blue light blockers because especially everything is technological. You guys looking at the phone and all that stuff. That's why you guys can't go to sleep because you sitting in bed scrolling all the time, and that's hurting your sleep. It's hurting your attention, so you can't go to sleep. Chris further writes, to be honest, if you really want to know about a guy, ask his friends. Exactly, they know the real about him. Yeah, exactly. But these women, they act like they don't know. They know these dudes ain't ish. They just need social confirmation. Bro, I know you got to be on there. Bro, I probably am, bro. Hell, the girl I just finished talking to, she probably got mad at me and put me on the T app or something. Bro, they'll put you on the T app for anything. But you know what's crazy, Chris? How did you know that you got put on the T app? Did the girl try to tell you? The girl, somebody you knew that was on the T app, saw your name or saw your picture and tried to expose you. And that's the thing, Chris. Like they can like why would you trust strangers on somebody that you've never met before? You haven't even met them. So how do you know if they're even lying or not? Because women, when they get have these bad experiences with men, they oftentimes over exaggerate. They often just say it's one side of the story. And so their side of the story is always going to be extremely biased. Like it's always his fault. He did this. He was controlling. He was abusive. It's just like, well, what did he? What was the reasoning? And it was just like they don't give a valid answer. And then he talked to the guy, and he's like, oh well, she was always selfish. I tried to help her. She tried to. She said I was controlling because she'd go to girls' nights out and she'd wear these short things, and it made me uncomfortable. And then you figured out that she's lying. She's exaggerating. And so like I said, this app, there's no longevity play with this app at all. It's going to fizzle out, and women are going to ultimately destroy it. Chris further writes because we got somebody that's been tried to woman tried to expose him. So Chris further writes, so a girl I used to talk to a couple years ago said she saw me on there, and she showed me on FaceTime of what people said about me. Bruh. Well, Chris, this that really don't help hurt you. It really helps you. This T app, unless you're a guy, it's gonna hurt the guys that have STDs that you can't get rid of, HIV and stuff, all that kind of crazy crap that you can't get rid of. But for unless you don't have that, all the other guys that are on that app, you're just getting more social status and you're getting more promotion and marketing for being on this app. These women are not going to stop talking to men that are highly selective or highly selected by these women. Bro, and Chris further writes, bro, every guy on the T app had narcissists written about them. I was like, damn, not all men can be bad. Hell, that's how you know they're lying. Women, she's projecting. These women are projecting. They're narcissists. They're truly the narcissists because they want their way to go a certain way. And when you, as a man, give some pushback to that, oh, he's a narcissist. Oh, he's controlling. Oh. She started launching all these allegations. So women are going to quickly find out that, and plus, you're talking to a guy and you really like the guy and he's on the T app. How do you not know these women are lying? And let's say you discard him. What if that was the guy that the woman was supposed to marry and supposed to be with? Maybe he didn't cut his player ways with you. Because a lot of you women out there, I'm gonna say this, us dudes, we whenever we talk to y'all, we be vetting y'all and asking y'all certain questions, and we be trying to move y'all to the next stages. But oftentimes you fail. You'll fail right before we about to promote you to a relationship. Well, you'll fail right before we about to push you into a marriage. You'll do something ridiculous. You'll do something goofy to disqualify yourself. And we're not going to tell you that we're secretly trying to promote you because we want you to act authentically like yourself. And so Chris further writes, bro, then the women on there got their information leaked. Like, damn, exactly. I just read that. Yeah, they got exposed. Bro, read the company says on social media it has reached over 4 million female users and has a waiting list of approximately a million new prospective users. Yeah. So it just goes to show you how women are the ultimate herd animals. Whatever other woman's doing, they do the exact same thing. Every woman has blonde hair, that's the beauty standard. Every woman's going to dye their hair blonde. If they want, blue eyes or whatnot, they're going to all go for the same guys that have blue eyes. And so it's the ultimate herd animals. There's no critical thinking skills whatsoever. So in the hack, no users' phone numbers or email addresses were assessed in the hack, according to the spokesperson. The hack involved data that was obtained prior to 2024 and had been archived in compliance with law enforcement requirements related to cyberbullying prevention. What? So these women could potentially get you locked up from an app. They're cooperating with police. So a woman can post a guy and be like, he did this and X, Y, and Z to me. And the women be like, well, yeah, he did this to me too. And, Lord forbid. But they can conspire to put you, if you're an ex-criminal and you come back home and you trying to do the right thing, they could launch an allegation and get you put back in jail, bruh. This is ridiculous. So that's why I say, like, this is gonna hurt. The dynamics between men and women were already in the gutter. They were already dating's already dead. So you're just gonna give a portion of men another incentive to leave these women alone entirely because you can't trust them. It's utterly ridiculous. Like the people are literally trying to destroy, just to make a dollar, literally trying to destroy the social dynamics between men and women. It's ridiculous. Bruh, imagine the cops come to your door trying to arrest you and their source is the T app. Like, come on, man. Exactly. Exactly. It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and you know what the funny thing is, Chris, in this article? They called it a dating safety app. This is called a dating advice slash safety app. So why are we only focused on women being safety? Don't these women are promiscuous. They're showing it through this app. They're letting dudes hit it raw. They're letting dudes smash on the first night because these women on these T apps, they'll go through and they'll say, "Yeah, I slept with this guy on the first night. Yeah, yeah, he tried to take the rubber off and I didn't let him, but he might have because I felt the difference in the feeling." And so, if you want dating safety, wouldn't it be in your best interest to have dating safety for everybody? Wouldn't that be the right thing to do? Why are you just focusing on the women's side? Don't you want the men to be protected too? These women have HIV. These women have AIDS. These women have herpes. These women have all these different things and can give them the men that. And plus, a lot of dudes are wet behind the ears. So they're going to get with this woman thinking that she's whole and wholesome, being a good woman, not knowing she has herpes between her legs. And he's going to go in there raw and then he's going to get it. But don't you want safety for everybody? It's ridiculous. Chris writes, safety, the men getting trashed and can't defend themselves. Exactly, bruh. Talk about it. Talk about it, Chris. Talk about it. How you gonna have one side of the story? Women got their information leaked. Ain't no safety. Exactly. They can hack this stuff to kingdom come. And plus, it's just okay. You figured a woman would have created this app, Chris, but nah, it's a whole dude, bruh. Let me go back and read this because some of y'all are new. Y'all coming in here right now. Hit the like button, double tap the screen for me. It's much appreciated. But Chris, check this out because you're a little late. Check this out. I'm gonna reread this. The owner of this app is Sean Cook, and you know why he created this app? And I'm on the computer right now. He founded the app after witnessing his mother's negative experiences with online dating, including catfish and encountering men with criminal records. Wait. Why is your mom in these streets? See, we never asked that question. See, if you were in the streets, you wouldn't have to worry about online safety. Yes, bruh. A dude created this. He created it because of his mother was in these streets dealing with Pookie and Ray Ray. This a white dude, bruh. You can't make this shit up. Bro, you cannot make this shit up. You cannot make this up. She talking about encountering men with criminal records. We already know what demographic of dudes that is. Most of the prisons is full of minorities. We know that. So it's a it's a white guy and his white mom is dealing with Pookie and Ray Ray at her age, trying to get smashed because she's been having that fantasy her whole life. See, we can connect the dots really quickly. Bruh, you cannot make this shit up, bruh. You can't make it up. You cannot make this shit up. Bro, why is his mom out here in the streets and he worried like he can't do something about it? Bruh, his mom's supposed to be with his father. And they supposed to be out unless she passed away. I mean, unless he passed away, the father passed away, and Lord forbid. But unless he passed away, but guess what? Feminism again. Probably his mother divorced his dad. She initiated the divorce. Most women initiate the divorce, wanting because she wasn't happy. She wanted to be out in these streets. She's bored. She lost the spark. And so, guys, if you're in the streets, for any of you guys watching right now that are in relationships, marriages, this is my public service announcement to you, my PSA. Um, this is as good as it gets if you're in a relationship right now. If you're in a good relationship, please stay in the relationship because once you jump out here in these streets trying to be fast and try to get that quick thrill and trying to get smashed out, there's extraordinary lies on both sides. The men and the women are both lying to you. They're both talking to multiple people. They're both promiscuous. You're gonna get caught up out here. So If you're in a relationship right now, this is my PSA to you. Stay in the relationship because it gets worse. A lot of you guys don't have you. A lot of you guys been out of dating for years, and you're gonna jump out here into this modern landscape and get eaten up. Like the reason why me and Chris can see all of this stuff coming, a lot of you guys that have been watching me or watching the live stream and you know this stuff, is because we're in the field right now. We know what to look for. We know what these women are, what different stuff means. Read between the lines. We're in this modern dating jungle trying to navigate through it consistently. So yeah, and Chris just said it's brutal out here. If you're in a relationship, stay in the relationship because it's all downhill. You gonna get pumped and dumped, and your feelings gonna get hurt. You gonna hate people fucking around in these streets. Now, granted, if you were already in these streets and you got into a marriage, you probably missing the streets. So that's inevitable. That's why men should not date women that have been in these streets prior. But how can you not in today's society, all these women have been in the streets. All of them. And so a lot of you guys are in relationships right now, and your woman cheating on you right now. This is how goofy women are. Women will be in a relationship and be married for years, and then she see this T app, and then she'll be in a relationship and have kids or whatever, be happy. But out of curiosity, she'll download the T app and see if your husband's face is on there, and he's been out of dating for 3 4 years. That's just how the mindset of how women are. And they self destruct and self sabotage the relationships. It's quite crazy. So, this T app stuff, it's going to hurt dating in a way. It's going to hurt how men and women interact with each other, especially if um, they're doing background checks and potentially could get men locked back up. Um, Now, for the dudes out here, if you out here and you got something and you got exposed, well, hey, bruh, that's part of the game. It is what it is. The truth got out, and some people were talking about some of like the legal issues, and people are going to sue for defamation, all of that. I'm like, it's not defamation if it's the truth. Now, granted, it could be defamation if they're blatant lies, which is very possible. But these companies, they're smarter than that. They probably already thought that through, or they're watching this live and watching people talking about this right now, and they're like, "Well, we're going to adjust accordingly to that." Yeah, it's going to hurt women more than it's going to hurt men. Exactly, Mike David. It's going to hurt women way more because okay, it's getting to the point to where every little thing, every interaction we have with you, every little thing you're playing a game. You're being deceptive. And so dudes are already checked out of dating, but the little bit of dudes that are left, those dudes are gonna get cut in half because we're sitting back analyzing like, damn, every date I go on, these women are probably gonna put me on the T app and probably say some false stuff that's not real. So I'm just gonna have to fall back from these women, period. Focus on my purpose, get in shape, make a whole bunch of money. And guess what? If you a dude that got a whole bunch of money, the T app don't even fucking matter. Dude that's in shape with money, the T app don't even fucking matter. Because when you walk in real life and you walk into a room and people notice you, that fucking T app can go right out the window. Men dropping out of dating and the T app is gonna make more men drop out of dating. Yeah, like dating was already screwed. It's gonna further screw it. She's gonna ask you for a contact picture and put your ass on the T app. Exactly. They're gonna, or they just gonna click your profile in that little photo. They're gonna screenshot your dating app. So This could probably, they're going to do this on your LinkedIn. They're going to find the pictures on your LinkedIn and screenshot them, or they're going to ask you, or they're going to screenshot the day nap. They're going to screenshot your Instagram. So men could probably, we could pivot in a way if you wanted to, like in the way of like being even more private. So like guys, dating is already kind of screwed. Like the rich guys that was flying you out, they're looking at Diddy's case and they're like, hey, that's considered trafficking because the Mann Act, if you're doing flying women from state to state, that's considered, could be considered trafficking. And so the rich guys are already pivoting. They're like, hey, we're not going to do that. These women could have lawsuits. And then these women already have false allegations. Look at Shannon Sharp. And so in just a little bit, everybody gonna be on the little headset, and you guys gonna be getting an orgasm from watching headset X-rated content. The human beings will die off because I'm just speculating. I'm just going a little crazy, but the human beings gonna die off because people don't want to. The people of the opposite sex don't trust each other. I'm fucking around, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Something will get fixed. But guys, how do we expect relationships and all this stuff to get fixed? And this is just going to cause mistrust between the sexes. It's not going to help it. This doesn't help dating safety at all. No, it don't. So, yeah, like these people, these elites, these business people, they're so out of touch with. I'm not gonna say like they're out of touch. This person, they know women's nature and how chaotic they are and how messy they are from all the things they watch and all the things that they talk about. All of this stuff is just mainly gossip. All this stuff is sit around and talk about nothing. So the guy's like, damn, let me create a whole business out of women's messy and dramatic nature. Chris further writes, I hate to say this, the way for dating and marriages to get back right is for women to know their role. Exactly. We got to go back to gender roles, but none of these politicians apparently care about that. Unfortunately, Donald Trump in his what do you call that? What is that big beautiful bill? He penciled in there, and none of the conservatives are going to admit this, but I've lost complete faith in the system. I don't trust it at all. But if you guys can look this up, he put gender affirming care in there, which is for the TRANS people. So the rainbow people. So we're not fixing this politically. We're not getting anything laws changed. So the culture is going to continue to deteriorate. We don't want to admit it or not. And Chris said, read the Bible, it's in there. We don't want to admit this or not, but we're living in modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. People worshiping different kinds of gods. Church attendance is dead. Everybody's hedonistic and promiscuous. So we're in the last stages of society collapsing, and nobody wants to talk about it. But, this is where we are. Nobody's trying to fix it, really. And so, but this dating app got these women going insane, bro. And the women are already turning on each other, exposing each other. You know what's crazy, Chris? And some of you guys that are in here, a lot of you guys, I said this earlier, but I'm gonna repeat this again. This app exposes the women particularly that you guys thought were good women. The women that you thought were in the house, watching Netflix, just out of dating. What you're gonna find out, and these women are exposing each other on these videos, is These women that are shy and introvert and, they just stayed inside and they don't like to go out. What you're going to find out is these women were calling dudes over and getting smashed on the first night. So the shy introvert women they're just as much in the streets than the women that are Instagram models posting all over Instagram, posting bikini pics and all kinds of stuff. The average woman, they're just as much out in the streets. Every woman's out in the streets, guys. There's not anybody that has missed the streets. I would beg to say 90% of women in society right now have dabbled in these streets at some level. You're not going to get a virgin. You're not going to get a good woman that hasn't slept with less than 10 guys, 5, 10 guys. Not in this current landscape. And a lot of you guys holding on to hope, crossing your fingers. Well, buddy, you're going to get your heart broken if that's what you're doing. And you better vet these women and ask them qualifying questions. And then you're going to find out, damn, she was in these streets in college. Damn, she was in these streets the past 3 years. She said she hadn't been in a relationship for 4 years. Yeah, she been getting it in though. She been getting it in though. You guys been taking these women out on dinner dates, sitting in front of them, wasting an hour on a woman that you may or may not even like. You're gonna spend $100 on a woman that you may or may not even like on the first date. Meanwhile, she's calling Pookie over, and he raw dogging it on the first night. Gots to be more careful. Gots to be more careful. And that's what be pissing you guys off. You be like, damn, she be out. You think the shit be going good, and then you find out that she had some one night stands and shit. You be mad as hell, homie. If we being real as dudes, you can be talking to a girl, and you think this woman a good woman, and you don't know yet, and then you find out that she let old dude hit, or she been out here in these streets. Your whole demeanor will change. You'll go from, damn, I thought I could marry this woman, to, hey, what we waiting for? We might as well get this in right now. Oh yeah, you've been doing all that crazy stuff to him and that. Why are you making me wait? We need to get this in right now. Your whole demeanor will change once you figure out the truth. And this is how women get disappointed. Once a man figures out the truth, because you're going to figure it out as a man, you're going to figure it out. Now, what stage you figure it out depends on the guy. The smart guys, they figure it out before they get into a relationship. Some guys get it before they get married. They put it together in the relationship. And then unfortunately, some guys, they figure it out when it's too late, when they get married. Now they got to lose a portion of their assets. But at some level, you're going to figure it out, and you're going to have a choice to make. Now, if you're like me, once you figure it out, you lose all interest in the woman. You're like, oh, you've been out here in these streets. Yeah. Like, I'm not the savage I used to be. I can't. Once I notice you've been a super thought, you're done. It's disgusting to me. You didn't let dudes hit it from the front and the back at the same time. Raw dogging. It's disgusting, bro. You look like a Chad. What's going on, Calm Walks? I appreciate that. That man, Iman Shumpert, Chris further writes, that man, Iman Shumpert, figured it out. Lost half of his assets, exactly, overnight. And you ain't heard from him since. Iman Shumpert then disappeared. He didn't did some more shit. He didn't like, bro, I can guarantee you, dudes like Iman Shumpert, they ain't never getting into no relationship ever again. There's some, if we're being honest as men, there's some heartbreaks you can't come back from. there's some betrayals that you can't come back from. This is why we say that as a man, we can only truly only love being capable of loving a woman one time. Yeah, I mean, I don't have problem calm walks, but I'm not the guy I used to be, and it's not because of morals or reasons like that. It's just I just you got to move differently. You can't smash everything that moves. But there, as a man, there's some heartbreaks, bro, you never recover from. Like a lot of you guys watching this on the replay, a lot of you guys watching this currently, you remember your first heartbreak to this day, and you remember it like it happened yesterday. And so dudes like Iman Shumpert that my man Chris brought up, dudes that went through that kind of betrayal, they'll never fall in love again. That love will fall away. And the dudes that are still in love right now, either they're romantics or they never had their heart broken. They're still holding on to hope. So we had a good live. I appreciate you guys coming in here and supporting and engaging with the live. Calm Walks, I know you just came in here. Do you know anybody that's been exposed on the date on the T app? You guys let me know. But you guys, have you guys any of you guys watching in here? Hit the like button, double tap the screen for me. It's much appreciated. But have any of you guys before we get off the stream? I just want to engage with the chat. Not in the UK, Calm Walks, not in the UK. Any of you guys watching this? So the T app is not a big thing in the UK yet. Yet, I mean, we're both Western countries, so it's coming. It's coming to the West. It's coming to the UK eventually. You guys just might be a little slow. Not anyone else that I know. I tell you what though, the dudes that cold approach everything, the dudes that be smashing everything, like Chris, you know Devon gonna be on there. You know he gonna be on there. We know some dudes. A lot of you guys have friends right now, or you know dudes that shoot they shot every shot they get. They be trying to smash everything. Them the dudes that's gonna be on the T app. Them the dudes, bro. Them the dudes, bro. Them the dudes, bro. Got to move a little bit more careful. Cold approach guy is gonna get a bad name around their town. Exactly. Especially if you're in a small town too. You know, eat you up. Now, if you're in the city, who cares, right? These women don't care. These the city girls, they be promiscuous. A lot of you guys in the city, then the most promiscuous women knowing a man. A city girl, bruh, they be straight 304s, bruh. If any of you guys dating a chick and you taking her seriously in the city, bruh, RIP. You better off going to the rural areas. You heard me? The rural areas. These women are not interested in settling down until their late 20s and early 30s. Exactly. But that's when you want to cuff them up when they're in the early 20s. But so that's their fun years. They want to have fun. They can't behave like men. Exactly. Not attractive. We lose. Yeah, exactly. Like once you find out that a woman has been a super thought, you like hell no. Older women better anyway, bro. You crazy, bro. You crazy, bro. Yeah, like women want to be saved and get into a relationship after they f their life up. Women only want relationships after they f their life up. It's insane, bro. Exactly. And the white knights are going to do it because they couldn't get a woman in the first place. And the woman and the older women, as they get older, these washed up goods, they're gonna have to settle for a simp because the real dudes see right through their BS. Mike David writes, I try not to mess with girls in my town. I branch out. Yeah, if you're in a small town, don't you only got two relationships max before you start getting around. But who society is crazy right now. Maybe you can get away with it. So yep, you guys comment your last little bit of thoughts, like as we wind down the live stream. I appreciate you guys coming in here, watching the stream. So yeah, this T app, bro, is so let's read one more paragraph real fast. What are the concerns behind the T app? On Reddit, some users have called for the deletion and removal of the T app, calling it a platform that can be used to spread misinformation. Exactly. Chris writes, question, are we dating women with kids? I feel like no. Nah, me personally, I wouldn't do that. I can't raise another man's kids. I can't do that. Now, granted, unfortunately, like I'm not gonna say every single mother ain't shit. She just I ain't gonna say all that. But because it's a dirty job, somebody has a guy that already has kids, yeah, he needs to deal with that. If you're a single guy with no kids, um, highly advise against that. Now, like I said, some single mothers are good women. They know they messed up, they changed. Most of them haven't, but there's a small percentage of them that are decent. And if you're in that small percentage and you can verify that, go ahead. Um, Single mothers, they get a bad rap for good reason, but there is a slithering percentage that they're decent. Um, I mean, I be honest with you, I'd rather date a single mother than a woman that has 100 bodies. I'd rather date a single mother that was in a relationship and the relationship went south and that's the only guy she was been with, and then to date a woman that's been out in these streets and she racked up 60 plus bodies. But generally, you want to ignore single mothers. You don't want to. They made a big mistake, and then the kid won't ever really truly respect you because you're not the real biological dad. And then sometimes the women they don't allow you to discipline the child like you're supposed to because she knows you're not the real dad. So it causes a lot of problems. And then of course, like some instances where these women still be smashing they baby daddy, it gets insane, bro. Actually, the field definition of cuckold was to take care of another man's offspring. Yeah, a woman with high body count and dresses sexually are not good. Exactly. And so a platform that allows for easy doxing or sharing information of someone's identity and private information publicly and a private blind spot that doesn't let men search for themselves or verify what is shared about them. That is a very good topic. And that's where suing and lawsuits are going to have to come in because there's no incentive for them to stop the misinformation. They want the information to keep spreading, whether it's true or not, because that's how they get their users engaged. And hell, these dating apps, they're notorious for creating bots and fake profiles. So why wouldn't they do that to a random guy and dox you? from an AI bot. That's not out of the realm of possibility. So all this dating, this T app claims to verify all potential users and call safety its number one priority. All of that's bull. All that's bull. I remember I used to at FedEx in the freight division. They used to say safety is the main thing, but yeah, you have to go into trailers and lift heavy things and lift hazmat. Like none of that stuff is really safe. You're on a dock where it's a whole bunch of dust and different debris on there that's hurting your oxygen, contaminating making you sick. None of that stuff is safe. So anybody that talks about safety first typically is not very safe, just general rule. But I appreciate you guys coming in here or winding down. Um, any last little comments, questions as we wind down? It's been a great live stream, and it's all because of you guys coming in and supporting and engaging. It really helps me. We're getting good information out to the men and the women too. Women are accepted over here. Just be a good woman, be cooperative. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, Chris. Chris says, hey, this was a great live. Yeah, I appreciate it. We're going live tomorrow. All you guys that are in here, look for me live tomorrow. Look for me to be live tomorrow. Um, I got a video dropping later on today where I'm talking about this OF model. She went but insane, bro. One of the most attractive OF models that you guys probably know. She has been exposed recently for being an utter nutcase. I'm dropping that video probably in about a few hours or so. But I will be live streaming tomorrow, sometime before 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock or before 1 o'clock. So sometime in the morning time. I'll probably do 1 o'clock tomorrow again because I think a lot of people are still waking up. Some of you guys are out partying Saturday night, or some of you guys are in church. And so I'll probably schedule it for probably noontime again. OF models earn more money than NFL players in 2024. Facts. If it's an attractive one, not all of them. Yeah, Simps need to stop. Exactly. They need to stop. We need to stop them. Exactly. But that's my live stream. I appreciate you guys coming in here. Look for me to go live tomorrow. You guys have a good day. Good rest of your Saturday. See you guys tomorrow, man. Have a good day. Peace.